You're here. Remember to like this post.
Lin Yi had made plans with Lu Ruoyan to register their marriage. That day, he waited all morning, but she never showed up. He called her repeatedly, yet no one answered. Frantic, he searched everywhere until he suddenly received a photo from Gus Cheng, Lu Ruoyan's assistant. In the picture, Lu Ruoyan and Gu Cheng lay asleep together in a hotel bed. Mr. Lin, Director Lu worked late last night and is still resting. I thought I'd let her sleep a bit longer. Once she wakes up, I'll have her call you back, okay? Staring at those words, Lin Yi felt the world around him go silent, as if all color had been drained away. Sir, are you all right? A staff member steadied him as he swayed on his feet. After a long while, he finally calmed down. The heartbreak had shattered every trace of love he once held for Lu Ruoyan. He picked up his phone and replied to Gu Cheng, "No need. Trash belongs in the trash bin." Back at the company, he headed straight for his office, opened his computer, and began typing out his resignation letter. With each keystroke, memories surged like a relentless tide, impossible to hold back. 3 years ago, after Lu Ruoyan took over Lu Corporation, suppliers lost faith in her. Many were reluctant to continue cooperating. Several projects stalled, and the capital chain teetered on collapse. She was frantic, at a loss for what to do. Deeply in love then, Lin Yi joined Lu Corporation without hesitation. To save the company, he leveraged his expertise to lead the development of a highly competitive new product. He successfully negotiated better terms with key suppliers and secured a powerful investor to inject much-needed funds. The crisis passed, and the turnaround became industry legend. Lu Ruoyan emerged as the renowned Iron Lady of Commerce. At the celebration banquet, Lin Yi gathered his courage and proposed. With tears in her eyes, she said yes. In that moment, he had believed himself the happiest man alive. But somewhere along the way, Lu Ruoyan changed. Her smiles grew rarer, her gaze sharper. Drunk on the adoration of others, she became addicted to being looked up to, obsessed with control. When discussing proposals, she stopped listening to his analysis, often dismissing him coldly. At work, she downplayed their relationship, calling it avoiding suspicion. By contrast, her attitude toward the newly hired assistant, Gu Cheng, was entirely different. Gu Cheng was fresh out of university, prone to mistakes, yet Lu Ruoyan never scolded him. She comforted him gently every time. At first, Lin Yi thought nothing of it, but when Lu Ruoyan began frequently taking Gu Cheng out, to movies, amusement parks, things no colleague should do together, he realized their relationship had crossed a line. He tried warning her to keep her distance, reminding her that he was her boyfriend. Every attempt ended in argument, and now, on the very day they were supposed to register their marriage, she had stood him up for Gu Cheng. Only then did Lin Yi realize it was time to let go. The freshly printed resignation letter was still warm when the office door was flung open without warning. Lu Ruoyan stood in the doorway, her tone icy. "Lin Yi, get to the conference room. We're starting the meeting now." Without waiting for a reply, she turned and left. Lin Yi placed the resignation letter on his desk and entered the conference room. Most of the senior management were already there. Lu Ruoyan swept her gaze across them and announced, "Given Assistant Gu Cheng's outstanding recent performance, particularly his potential in market feedback and client communication, I've decided to promote him to Deputy Director of the Marketing Department to assist Director Lin." A stunned silence fell. How long had Gu Cheng even been here? What achievements did he have? His work consisted of serving tea, running errands, and taking minutes. And now he was jumping straight to Deputy Director? The speed was absurd. Gu Cheng's face lit up with surprise and nervousness. He bowed slightly to everyone. "Thank you, Director Liu, for your trust. I lack experience, so I hope to learn a great deal from all of you." Lin Yi let out a cold snort. It had taken him 3 years of hard work to become marketing director. Now with a single sentence, Lu Ruoyan was elevating her little puppy above him. She really knew how to disgust him. As if she had heard his thoughts, Lu Ruoyan's gaze landed on him. Her tone was commanding. "Director Lin, you have extensive experience. Newcomers need time to grow. I expect you to guide him during the product launch in 3 days. I refuse. The marketing department has no need for a bootlicking manipulator." Lin Yi shot back, his voice colder than ever before. The room went deathly quiet. No one had expected the usually compliant, never resisting Lin Yi to reject Lu Ruoyan so bluntly and so viciously. Gu Cheng's face paled instantly, his eyes reddening as though he had suffered some great injustice. "I know Director Lin misunderstands me. Please give me a chance. I'll work hard and live up to Director Lu's expectations." Seeing this, Lu Ruoyan's eyes filled with concern. She pulled out a tissue to dab at Gu Cheng's tears, then turned to Lin Yi, her expression frosty. "Lin Yi, my office now." Her voice carried the weight of an approaching storm. Expressionless, Lin Yi rose and followed her out. The moment the office door shut, Lu Ruoyan's tone softened strangely. "Lin Yi, I know you're upset. I was disappointed too about this morning at the Civil Affairs Bureau, but I had an important client I couldn't put off. You know it was for the company, for our future. We can pick another auspicious day to register. Even if you're angry, take it out on me. Don't bring it into the workplace." How ironic. Her gentle tone was nothing but lies spun for another man. Lu Ruoyan's acting had improved. She could lie now without even blushing. Lin Yi gave her a thumbs up. "Lin Yi, you don't believe me?" Alarm flickered across her face, though her words stayed defiant. He handed her his phone, exposing the truth. "Our director Lu must be exhausted, meeting clients in bed these days. Such dedication puts me to shame." Glancing at the screen, Lu Ruoyan's eyes betrayed a flash of panic. "I worked late, and Gu Cheng simply escorted me to the hotel. We had separate rooms. Nothing happened. I didn't tell you because I was afraid you'd overthink." Think about it. How many arguments have we had because of your jealousy? I'm tired of fighting. Director Liu's debating skills are truly admirable. No wonder they call you the Iron Lady of Commerce. The sarcasm struck her like a spark in oil, igniting her fury instantly. Don't push it. This personnel decision is not up for discussion. You have no right to refuse. In the past, Lin Yi had feared her anger more than anything. He would do everything to appease her. But now, looking at her, he felt only the hollow stillness of something long dead. As long as I'm marketing director, if you dare transfer Gu Cheng under me, I have 100 ways to make his life hell. Without another word, Lin Yi turned and walked out. Bang! Something slammed against the door behind him. He didn't quit immediately because the product launch was in 3 days. Though his feelings for Lu Ruoyan were gone, the product embodied months of his team's sweat and effort. He wouldn't let it fail. 3 days later, he would confront her and leave for good. Back in his office, he noticed his resignation letter was missing. He thought little of it and resumed preparing for the launch. That evening, returning to the apartment he shared with Lu Ruoyan, he began packing. There wasn't much of his own, mostly professional books, treasured industry materials, a few suits, and sparse personal items. Almost everything that made the place feel like home bore Lu Ruoyan's imprint. He was halfway done when the keypad at the entrance beeped, followed by hurried clicks of high heels. Lin Yi paused, frowning. Lu Ruoyan rarely came home at this hour. Lin Yi, where are you? I'm starving. Is there anything to eat? Her voice called out. He set the suitcase aside and walked out. Well, what wind blows our eternally busy Director Liu back to this cold palace? Enough with the sarcasm, Lin Yi. It's been a day, time to get over it. I want your sweet and sour ribs. Make them for me tonight. Yes, this was familiar. After every fight in the past, once he cooled down, she would offer a gesture like this, and he would eagerly return to her arms. She had grown used to it. Sorry, the kitchen hasn't been used in ages. If you're hungry, order takeout. I have no interest in playing housekeeper. Lu Ruoyan's brows knitted. Can't you speak nicely? You weren't like this before. And when I did speak nicely, you didn't listen, did you? He leaned against the sofa, voice dripping mockery. All I got was that same sour face. She choked back a retort. After a long pause, she walked into the kitchen and returned with 2 cups of instant noodles. Smiling, she said, See? You don't even take care of yourself when I'm not here. With the launch coming up, our marketing director can't afford to starve. Staring at the noodles, Lin Yi drifted into memory. During Lu Corporation's crisis, they had fought side by side, eating little else but the instant noodles she made for him. Back then, he had joked he could eat them for the rest of his life without tiring. Seeing the softening in his expression, Lu Ruoyan pressed her advantage. I know you misunderstand Gu Cheng, but trust me, he's a good kid. Just give him a chance. So it was always about Gu Cheng. Ruthless, she couldn't even let him linger in a decent memory. Let him join marketing 3 days from now. I won't argue with him before then. He set a deadline. By then, he would already be gone anyway. I knew my boyfriend was the most reasonable. Delighted, Lu Ruoyan leaned in and kissed his cheek. Ugh, my shoulders are killing me after today. Come rub them for me. I miss your technique. Cheerful again, she stretched and headed toward the bedroom. Lin Yi wiped her lipstick off his skin, his eyes ice cold. Lin Yi, what is the meaning of this? Lu Ruoyan dragged out the half-packed suitcase. Since she had found it, he might as well be direct. Nothing much. Lu Ruoyan, let's break up. She laughed. Lin Yi, aren't you a little old for these games? Embarrassing, don't you think? Before he could respond, her phone rang. She answered, and Gu Cheng's anxious voice came through faintly. Director Liu, I'm so sorry. I messed up the documents you asked me to organize. What should I do? Don't panic. I'll be right there. Her tone was endlessly patient, gentle. It's fine, there are backups. Stay put, don't touch anything. I'm on my way. She hung up, pointed at the suitcase, and told Lin Yi, we'll talk when I get back. Don't do anything childish like running off. I don't have time for tantrums. Watching her double standards, Lin Yi let out a cold, hollow laugh. He never saw her again that night. Rolling his suitcase, he walked out of the apartment that had long since ceased to feel like home. For the next 3 days, he focused entirely on the launch. What he didn't expect was to receive his signed resignation letter the night before the event, signed personally by Lu Ruoyan. Lin Yi, Director Liu has approved your resignation. You may pack your things and leave now, Gu Cheng said smugly, waving the document. You won't be needed at tomorrow's launch. Lu Ruoyan knew how critical he was to the launch. She would never agree to his resignation now. Something was wrong. Looks like Assistant Gu is ready to make his grand debut, Lin Yi said calmly, looking up. Caught, Gu Cheng showed no shame, only smug satisfaction. Don't worry, I'll prove I'm just as capable as you. I'll be watching, Assistant Gu. Best of luck with your performance tomorrow. Lin Yi began packing his belongings. The product design was complete. Every stage had been under his control. It would succeed regardless. As for Gu Cheng trying to steal credit, he simply wasn't good enough. Oh, and as a thank you for helping me with this. Lin Yi waved the resignation letter. Here's some advice. Gu Cheng's eyes lit up. Remember to wear diapers tomorrow. I'd hate for you to wet yourself on stage. The launch venue for Lu Corporation's new product was ablaze with lights. Media cameras crowded every corner, the air thick with anticipation. Yet the man at the very heart of it all was nowhere to be seen. Backstage, Lu Ruoyan paced, dialing Lin Yi's number again and again. Each time, the same cold female voice answered, the subscriber you have dialed is temporarily unavailable. Minute by minute, the guests filled the seats. The opening music began to play. Director Liu, it seems Director Lin has been delayed. Perhaps I could step in? Gu Cheng seized the moment. Seeing her hesitation, he patted his chest. Rest assured, Director Liu, I've studied the presentation materials and product specs extensively. Fine. Lu Ruoyan exhaled sharply. There was no other choice. Gu Cheng, stick strictly to the product's core features and advantages. Keep it concise and accurate. Understood, Director Lu. Gu Cheng's eyes gleamed. He straightened his tailored new suit, lifted his prepared materials, and strode onto the stage. Spotlights hit him instantly. Smiling perfectly, he scanned the crowd, savoring the feeling of the world's attention on him. This was exactly what he had dreamed of. Our new Starlight smartphone series utilizes an industry-leading hyperdrive architecture. Through algorithmic optimization and hardware synergy, it boosts operational efficiency in core applications by over 80%, while reducing power consumption by 20% under typical usage scenarios. Gu Cheng spoke clearly, confidently, ticking off parameters, technical highlights, and market positioning. The media nodded along, camera flashes illuminating the stage. Watching the monitor backstage, Lu Ruoyan's tense nerves eased slightly. She looked at Gu Cheng with unmistakable approval. Amid enthusiastic applause, Gu Cheng moved on to the Q&A session. You claim the Starlight series targets the high-end business market, yet its pricing is 15% higher than White Corporation's flagship model. How does Lu Corporation plan to bridge this gap in market expectations? What innovative marketing or channel strategies will you use? Or are you relying purely on brand premium? Gu Cheng froze. He knew nothing about the pricing strategy's rationale. Forcing a smile, he offered vague reassurances. We are confident that through the company's efforts, we can overcome these disadvantages. The Starlight series uses the latest Azure Dragon chipset, which currently has only one global supplier capable of stable production. Company T rumor has it that Company T's main production lines have been severely impacted by scandal, causing a sharp drop in capacity. How does Lu Corporation guarantee sufficient inventory for the critical launch period and stable supply afterward? I assure all present that Starlight supply will be absolutely stable. Gu Cheng wiped sweat from his forehead. Question after question followed. Having merely memorized slides, Gu Cheng was utterly unprepared for such relentless scrutiny. Within minutes, he was flustered, sweating profusely, visibly crumbling. The atmosphere soured. Reporters exchanged skeptical glances. Lu Ruoyan stormed onto the stage, her face ashen. Snatching up the microphone, she forced out an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, due to unforeseen circumstances, today's launch will conclude here. Any further questions will be addressed in a follow-up online briefing. The event ended in awkward anticlimax. The sharp clatter of high heels echoed Lu Ruoyan's fury. Lin Yi, you owe me an explanation. She shoved open his office door, only to find it empty except for the pot of sunflowers she had given him, still sitting quietly on the windowsill. Sunflowers symbolized faith and loyalty, the very embodiment of their love. Her own words echoed in her ears. A violent unease gripped her chest. She rushed to HR and demanded, voice trembling, Manager Lee, what happened to Lin Yi's office? The HR manager, startled by her expression, answered cautiously, Director Lu, Director Lin has officially completed the resignation process. What? Lu Ruoyan reeled as though struck by lightning. When? Don't I need to approve resignations? You already signed it. Assistant Gu brought the documents yesterday. The HR manager handed her the file with shaking hands. Staring at her own signature, Lu Ruoyan remembered. Gu Cheng had indeed brought her a stack of papers to sign. Distracted by his constant flattery and declarations of admiration, she hadn't looked closely before signing. She never imagined Lin Yi's resignation letter was buried among them. An icy chill shot from her feet to her head. The room spun. Gu Cheng hurried forward, putting on a pitiful face. Director Lu, it was all my carelessness. I didn't remind you about the contents. Usually this act earned him forgiveness. Not this time. Lu Ruoyan's eyes turned bloodshot. She slapped him hard. The sound cracked through the office. How dare you? Her voice was twisted with rage, all composure gone. I am not a fool. Do not think I don't see through you. With that, she stormed out. Director Lu, please calm down. Shouldn't you go home and check? The HR manager, an old employee who knew their history, ventured carefully. Yes, home. Lin Yi must be at home waiting for me. Lu Ruoyan bolted for her car. Remembering him packing days earlier, her dread deepened. She burst into the apartment. Like his office, every trace of him was gone. No, Lin Yi loves me. He wouldn't just leave. This is another one of his tricks, playing hard to get. She forced herself to breathe, to believe it. She dialed Gu Cheng, her tone lethal. Find Lin Yi, now, or don't bother coming back. While Lu Corporation's launch unraveled, Lin Yi sat in the airport VIP lounge watching the livestream. Seeing Gu Cheng humiliated, he wasn't unaffected. Clenching his fists, his body shook, then he laughed. Serves him right. Let Lu Ruoyan see exactly what her precious innocent boy is worth. Ha ha ha. Laughter erupted nearby. Lin Yi turned. A familiar figure was also laughing at the broadcast. Hey, watch the public decorum, Lin Yi muttered dryly. Bai Ningbing turned, saw him, and her smile vanished into a perfect eye roll. Lin Yi? Of course. I knew my right eyelid kept twitching today. Bad omen. Bai Ningbing was CEO of White Corporation, Lu Corporation's rival. Their companies had battled fiercely for years, and with Lin Yi's help, Lu Corporation had won more often than not. Bai Ningbing never missed a chance to needle him. Wait. What is the great director Lin doing here? Shouldn't you be at Lu Corporation's launch? Realization dawned. Lin Yi glanced at her phone screen, also streaming the disaster. Because I felt like it. None of your business. He closed his eyes, ignoring her. Undeterred, Bai Ningbing leaned closer, grinning. Did you two fight, or did Lu Ruoyan finally replace you with someone younger? Spill it. I need this. Justice is served. Too hurt to engage, Lin Yi tuned her out. Shh. She dropped it. He woke later to raise voices. Miss. You cannot enter. Please leave immediately. Opening his eyes, he saw Lu Ruoyan shoving past airport staff into the lounge. Lin Yi, are you done throwing your fit? Come home. Her hair was disheveled, eyes locked on him. I'm afraid I've already resigned, Director Liu. Lin Yi, isn't this all just because I got close to Gu Cheng? Fine. I promise I'll keep my distance from now on. Happy? Oh no, please. Lock that relationship in. I'm rooting for you both. He smiled thinly. Lin Yi, don't push it. The launch is ruined, and I need you. I'm begging you, come back. She reached for his arm. He shook her off, rejection absolute. Lu Ruoyan, we are nothing now. Stop contacting me. Paling, she resorted to pleading. Lin Yi, you promised you'd take care of me for life. Have you forgotten? Tell your little assistant to take care of you. Clearly, I wasn't doing a good enough job. How many times must I say it? I only see him as a younger brother. Her voice edged toward hysteria. Lin Yi pulled out his phone and played a video a friend had sent him. It showed Lu Ruoyan and Gu Cheng entering the same hotel room the night before their scheduled registration, emerging only the next afternoon. That's your definition of separate rooms? Nothing happening? It's not what you think. Let me explain. That doesn't prove anything happened. She scrambled desperately. He looked at her, stripping away her pretenses layer by layer. The moment you agreed to be alone in a room with another man overnight, whatever happened inside stopped mattering to me. Do you understand? Color drained from her face. He had exposed her deepest hypocrisy. Cornered, she snapped, what do you know? If you relied on me more, needed me more, instead of shining so brightly that I felt overshadowed, maybe I wouldn't have sought comfort elsewhere. In that moment, Lin Yi understood. Lu Ruoyan had become addicted to being needed, to feeling superior. His competence, his success, things he had built to support her, had become threats to her control. Weak, dependent Gu Cheng had triggered her need to protect, to dominate. His worldview shattered. Excellence was now his crime. The logic was almost impressive. Lu Ruoyan, if you're overflowing with maternal instinct, go adopt a son from an orphanage. Why dig through garbage to find trash like him? Lin Yi, you bastard. She trembled with rage, every plea, every compromise obliterated. Don't think I can't survive without you. Lu Corporation will march on just fine. Will it? His smile was pure mockery, tinged with relief. He lifted his suitcase. Then I wish you luck. The parting words were light, but landed like a slap. He walked past her without a glance. Out of the corner of his eye, he caught Bai Ningbing in the corner, munching sunflower seeds, her pretty eyes gleaming with schadenfreude. She was clearly enjoying the drama like primetime entertainment. On the plane, buckling his seatbelt, he heard the passenger beside him sigh. I really should check the almanac today. My luck is catastrophic. His headache worsened. Mid-flight, he sensed her gaze lingering on him. Finally, unable to bear it, he opened his eyes, meeting hers. They were wide, sparkling with barely contained curiosity, her expression screaming, ask me, if you're going to ask something, just ask. Don't choke on it, he sighed. Her eyes lit up. She leaned in eagerly. Really? Then don't hold back. Come on, spill everything. What's the real story with you, Lu Ruoyan, and that supposedly innocent little flower who bewitched her? Give me all the melodrama. You call this the demeanor of a Fortune 500 CEO? He couldn't help but say, hello? It's after hours. Am I supposed to keep a stone face even off duty? Let me live, she pouted. Tell me already. She was practically vibrating with anticipation. No comment. He folded his arms. Ugh, her excitement deflated instantly. She glared, her pretty face scrunching up. Then why tell me to ask? Tease. I'm reporting you for emotional damage. Huffily, she turned away and started binge-watching dramas on her tablet. The plane landed in Xiang City, the city he and Lu Ruan had once dreamed of visiting together. Now he walked it alone. After retrieving his luggage, he boarded the hotel shuttle. Upon arrival, he swiped his key card. Beep. The door opposite his opened. He looked over and groaned internally. Please tell me I'm not that unlucky. He and Bai Ningbing said in unison. The next morning, sunlight poured down. Dressed casually with sunglasses on, Lin Yi stepped out to explore and clear his mind. The moment he opened the door, Bai Ningbing's face appeared. Ha! I already did my research, she declared triumphantly. As your rival's CEO, I keep tabs on every move Lu Corporation makes. Oh, expressionless. He brushed past her. Hey, don't be like that. Lu Ruoyan's taste is trash. She threw away a diamond for a pebble. She hurried after him. Bai Ningbing, what exactly are you trying to say? He stopped, frowning. Simple. Since she doesn't want you, come work for me. She patted her chest, eyebrows waggling. What? He blinked. Not like that. Realizing the ambiguity, she flushed and corrected. Join White Corporation. Together we'll crush Lu Corporation. Make her regret this until her dying day. Not interested. On the beach, he watched Bai Ningbing sip coconut water, exasperated. I said I'm not interested. Your refusal was anticipated. She took a long gulp, grinning. Liu Bei visited Zhuge 3 times before getting him to join. I'm confident I can win you over too. Bai Ningbing, don't you have a company to run? Some commercial engagement here? He tried using work as a shield. My top priority right now is recruiting you. Everything else can wait. Forget work. Let's relax. She whipped out a massive water gun and unleashed a torrent on him. For the next few weeks, wherever Lin Yi went, Bai Ningbing appeared as if she'd installed a GPS tracker on him. In the ancient town's winding stone alleys, she bounced along behind him with a backpack, licking an ice cream and acting as his personal tour guide. On the mist-shrouded mountain peak he climbed, she panted her way up, only to throw her arms up at the summit and shout, "This view is incredible." They wandered like this for half a month. She cared for him attentively but never mentioned recruitment again. Standing at Land's End, he finally asked, Bai Ningbing, are you planning to abandon White Corporation? Career change to full-time tour guide? Of course not. That's my family legacy. She planted her hands on her hips. You think I've been slacking? Modern tech exists, you know. She waved her phone smugly. Meetings, approvals, decisions. All handled while you were snoring away. Only then did he notice the faint shadows under her eyes. Hey, Lin Yi, tomorrow let's catch the puppet show. She mapped out the itinerary, eyes bright. I've had enough vacation. He shook his head. She froze, staring at him nervously. He stretched. Can't play forever. Gotta earn a living. So, what's White Corporation's compensation package like? Bai Ningbing went still. Then her eyes flew wide, as if the entire galaxy had exploded inside them. Lin Yi, you're serious? He nodded. Yes, whatever you want. She jumped up, looking like an actual forest sprite. Wait. She suddenly narrowed her eyes, then pounced. Were you just messing with me this whole time? Once I hire you, no making my life difficult. Got it? Laughing, he dodged her playful attacks. Depends on your performance. She stuck her tongue out. Fine, but we are seeing that puppet show. I've been looking forward to it. Days later, Lin Yi joined White Corporation quietly. Bai Ningbing wanted a grand press conference to announce it to the world. He refused. He wanted no unnecessary complications. Understanding immediately, she nodded, promising. Relax, Lin Yi. I know you hate pointless theatrics. Just focus on what you do best. Design. Turn your genius-ass ideas into reality. As for troublesome suppliers, nitpicky distributors. She waved a hand, grinned confident and bright. This young lady can handle them. Warmth spread through his chest. This was the respect and care he had never received from Lu Ruoyan. At White Corporation, he threw himself into R&D. Bai Ningbing granted him remarkable freedom and authority, giving him green lights on resources. Concepts Lu Ruoyan had killed as too radical, too costly, too incomprehensible to users found fertile ground here. Inspiration flowed. Technical barriers crumbled. He knew with certainty this would be a game-changing, era-defining product. Just as it neared completion, an unfamiliar number called. Lu Ruoyan's weary voice came through. Lin Yi, I know I was wrong. He hung up before she finished. Time for a new phone number. That evening, returning to his apartment building, he saw Lu Ruoyan standing there in the pale yellow dress he had once loved most on her. Spotting him, her eyes lit up and she hurried over. Lin Yi, you're back. She smiled gently, lifting a thermal container. You haven't eaten, have you? I've been practicing cooking. I made this especially for you. For a second, he glimpsed the Lu Ruoyan he had loved with everything in him. But she had crushed those memories herself. Piece by piece, Director Lu, unless there's something else, please leave. His voice was ice. She grabbed his hand, pleading. Lin Yi, I've fired Gu Cheng. Can't we go back to how we were? Please? Don't use the word past to disgust me. You're unworthy. He shook her off and walked toward the building. I really am sorry. Lin Yi, I'm begging you, forgive me. Weren't you the one who wanted to marry me most? Let's go register tomorrow, okay? No need. He met her gaze directly, each word distinct. Lu Ruoyan, I sincerely thank you for not showing up at the Civil Affairs Bureau that day. You destroyed my last hesitation. I walked away without looking back. No, you love me. You love me. She repeated it like a broken mantra, teetering on the edge of madness. He didn't spare her another glance. He closed the apartment door. For days after, Lu Ruoyan waited outside, staging increasingly desperate performances that annoyed him endlessly. It wasn't until he threatened to call the police that she finally stopped appearing. Later, fragments of news reached him. Lu Corporation's empire collapsed faster than he had imagined. The flagship projects she had championed, the ones she micromanaged, were rejected brutally by clients. Design flaws, broken promises, disastrous user experiences. Clients abandoned ship en masse, furious she fired Gu Cheng. But he retaliated by selling Lu Corporation's unpublished core technologies, contract-based prices, and sensitive client data to eager competitors. Lu Ruoyan sued him into prison, but the damage was irreversible. The company never recovered. White Corporation, powered by Lin Yi's new product, seized the market and became the industry leader. When Lu Ruoyan learned he was at White Corporation, she arrived at their headquarters lobby, screeching at the top of her lungs. Lin Yi, you traitor. Her voice was raw, venomous. It was you. You sabotaged us. You heartless, ungrateful cur. Are you happy now, seeing Lu Corporation fall? The shrieking echoed in the sleek modern lobby. Word reached Lin Yi quickly. He rushed downstairs, only to see Bai Ningbing unleashing a verbal barrage, rapid fire and merciless. You dare call him a traitor? Open your eyes, Lu Ruoyan. Who drove him away? Who favored that useless nobody over the backbone of your company? Who handed contracts to Gu Cheng? Who leaked technology to him? You! From beginning to end, it was all you. Where do you get the nerve to come here and scream? Did you think your face alone could intimidate anyone? Wake up. Your downfall is your own doing. Normally warm and approachable, Bai Ningbing transformed completely when facing enemies, ferocious as a hunting leopard. Lu Ruoyan was driven backward, humiliated, looking nothing like the formidable CEO she once was. Finally, Lu Ruoyan snapped. With a shriek, she lunged at Bai Ningbing. It's all you're doing, you scheming bitch! Smack! Lin Yi reached them just in time. His palm struck her face. Lu Ruoyan froze, stunned. Lin Yi, you hit me? Apologies. I won't tolerate disrespect toward my employer. He looked at her as if she were a stranger. No, you're not this cruel. You loved me. His words seemed to drain all strength from her. She sank to the floor, sobbing. At last she understood. The man she had taken for granted, the one who had bent over backward for her brilliance, the one she had pushed away and trampled, was truly gone. Back upstairs, Bai Ningbing bounded over like an excited kid who had just won a fight. Well, didn't I avenge you beautifully? You're not allowed to do that again, by the way. Who knows what crazy thing Lu Ruoyan might try next, she scolded lightly. Sorry, next time I'll be worse, she replied, pouting dramatically while saying the exact opposite. Helpless against this little devil, Lin Yi turned to leave, only for her to block the door. Hands behind her back, she tilted her head, eyes twinkling mischievously. Lin Yi, after I helped you get such satisfying revenge, don't you think I deserve a reward? Seeing her lean in, wearing that hurry up and spoil me expression, he hesitated. Money felt too vulgar, too distant. Before he could decide, her grin turned sly. Rising onto her toes, cheeks pink, she whispered near his ear, voice low enough for only him to hear. How about you belong to me instead, privately? 3 months later, Lin Yi and Bai Ningbing registered their marriage without incident. That night, lounging on the sofa while handling paperwork, she suddenly laughed. Guess who's trying to buy out White Corporation? She showed him the tablet. It was Lu Ruoyan's acquisition offer. Shockingly lowball. With the Fujar condition that she be appointed as Lin Yi's personal assistant, she still won't give up. He arched an eyebrow. What can I say? My husband is just too outstanding. She blinked, eyes sparkling. He pulled out his phone, displaying their marriage certificate photo saved on it. Send her this. Brilliant idea. Her fingers flew across the screen. Seconds later, she tugged him close, planting a quick kiss on his lips while snapping a photo with her phone. Let's send her a real-time bonus, a close-up of our happiness. Full end.